Hello? Great. You are listening to Streaming Verse here on the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Palatine, Illinois broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. This is Streaming Verse with Chris, Nina, our Boardmaster Caroline, and our special guest Moto Matt.
Hello.
Whoop whoop. Quick reminder before we get started, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. If you are listening locally on 88.3 FM or on the Harper Radio website, oh, I was so confused at what you were doing.
I'm trying to put light on you.
I understand now. You can go to the YouTube live Harper Radio channel, The Shadows Are Crazy, and check us out there and join in on the conversation. Go to the Harper Radio channel on YouTube Live, and we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions.
Yes, join the chat with us and see why I was putting lights on Nina.
Yeah,
because she's a woman in shadows right now.
Woman in Shadows. I like that. That's a band name. I'm stealing it. Woman in Shadows. Let's see.
I'm very excited that we do have Moto Matt
I'm so excited.
back on the show.
It's
Good to
been
be here.
forever.
It has.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I was on. It was maybe
Evil?
we discussed Evil. Yeah, that was a while ago. That was
Yeah, it was a while ago, yeah.
And I wasn't there.
No.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Although I do wish we could talk Evil, though. And Matt, have you finished Evil yet?
Still haven't.
Is it because it's not on Netflix or because you abandoned all hope?
It's because it's not on Netflix.
Okay.
And I
And I
will
accept
not
that.
give money to Paramount.
I 100% accept that.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say anything.
No, you can't. But
you can't.
I'm giving money to Paramount, so I expect a discount on the tour.
I'm not giving money to Paramount. That's like the one streaming service I don't have. But I'm going to stop talking there.
Yeah, okay.
I will say, Chris, I had a funny moment at the library. I was looking for season 4 of Evil, just to find like a DVD copy of it, if it exists. The librarian told me, we don't have that. I said, okay, that's fine. But she said, we can find it from another library. She Googled it, and she found, she looked through all over the databases of the library. She says, it's a funny thing. No other library in the entire United States has a copy of this. And I was like, well, I guess the answer to my question, if it was a very popular show.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants this.
My God.
It's hard to, it was even hard to decide, like, if there was even DVD, like legitimate copies of the DVD, and they weren't just, like, bootleg, but, yeah.
If you want to hear more about this topic, you can watch our show from last week where we dove deep into what am I even saying? Streaming and how some things you just can't find anywhere.
Exactly, yeah. It's not available streaming because of licensing agreements.
Music and...
Yeah. Yeah, well, Evil did have a very niche audience, which is unfortunate because it was amazing. Yeah, me. Hi. Although if you go to Reddit, there are many people who like Evil.
Yeah, you were the first and last person I've met who likes the show Evil. And that was a total shot in the dark. Because I know you like TV. I said one day, hey, do you like this show? And that was also your favorite
And you
show.
didn't believe me.
I thought you were joking. I
know.
thought you were messing with me. Yeah,
I was not. Evil is the best.
it is.
My gosh. All right. Well, shall we start with the guest of honor? Matt, what have you been streaming?
Oh, man. I've been streaming a couple different things. Well, the big thing you guys were talking about with, of course, with like SAG stuff. Unrelated to the movies, I've been streaming Apple TV, the new show Pluribus. Have you guys seen Pluribus?
So good.
I need to watch it. I've seen so many ads for it.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
Okay. I think that's a good place to be.
Okay.
I think it's good not to know anything about the show.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
agree.
I kind of wish I knew less going into the first episode. All I'll say is that it's kind of got first episode is a lot of action, a lot of moving around. Next couple episodes is slower paced, but it's very character driven. I haven't finished it yet. I need to finish it. I'm excited to see. The episode I left off on was a big cliffhanger, so we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, and it was renewed like before the season even ended. It was so good.
Ooh.
It's Vince Gilligan who did Breaking Bad.
That's right. That's what I have heard. Okay.
It's really interesting because, when you look at some shows, and I'll even use Sense8, which you can't get through. And I get it. There's a lot of setup. No, but that's my point. If you look at Sense8, there is so much that they have to set you up for. There's so many, background that they have to like try to introduce, and that it gets overwhelming when you see a series one episode of something, because they have to put in so much that really in the long run it's never anyone's favorite episode, right? But something like Pluribus, they did a really good job of making it interesting and dramatic, but yet you got the backstory that you needed, and you got even just, and this is not a spoiler, but it's in the first episode, the breathalyzer, like you get a lot of backstory with not a lot of language but more action, so it's really interesting versus like, okay, I have to sit through this if I'm going to keep watching this show.
Yeah.
And the cinematography is beautiful, and it reminds me a lot of Breaking Bad, like a lot of like time lapses and montages, and like incredibly close zoom ins on like gadget boards, or you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. The other thing I've been streaming, me and my girlfriend have been watching. She's for the first time Lord of the Rings. Yes. I successfully.
I'm like looking at him doe-eyed because I'm like, you're watching Lord of the Rings too? We can talk?
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, she's not seen it. We're right in the middle. We just finished Two Towers, so it's only Return of the King left. And this is, I guess, a spoiler for people who don't. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't know this, because she didn't know that. Should I say it? A character who dies in the first
Yeah,
movie.
I mean, it's Lord of the Rings. It's been around for
It's
a century.
time.
Well, Gandalf dies.
Right.
And she got upset. She said, I never knew Gandalf dies. And I said, yeah, he dies. He definitely, and he never comes back. And she's like, really? I'm like, yes.
Wait.
And I had a beautiful moment. Her parents were apparently Lord of the Rings fans, and she brought this up to people and her to outside of her friends, and no one said anything. When we were with her family, she's like, I can't believe no one ever told me that Gandalf dies in the first movie. I thought he was supposed to be an important character and everything like that. And they said nothing. They said no, and this is a beautiful, beautiful moment. We got the Two Towers, and comes back.
Right.
He definitely does die.
Right.
Yeah.
And I forget his name. It's like Gandalf the Grey or something. Like he has
white, yeah.
the white, right. So I guess the first time he's the Grey. I mean, they have the different names, and that's how he's. But I knew he was going to get to that it's like, because he does die, but.
But that's really cool. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I didn't know that.
Well, hey.
But I thought Gandalf was in Harry Potter.
Okay.
So
That would have been a confusing watch.
there is a Gandalf in Harry Potter, right?
Dumbledore.
Okay, Dumbledore. Okay.
But they
Thank
both
you.
have long gray beards. And they're men.
And they're men, so that's
They're
on
magical
me.
men.
I do have to ask,
Magical men.
though, Matt, extended version or regular version?
Extended.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even want to spoil the third one. I feel like you can't even watch the third one. The first time I watched the theatrical release, there's a whole death of a character that's removed from the theatrical release. Do you know that?
Oh, no. Which I never saw
Is this
the
gonna spoil
theatrical
the entire-
release. I've only
It's on
seen
me.
Yeah.
I've only seen the extended version. I've never seen the theatrical version, so I don't know the difference.
Do you want to? Can I say it out loud?
I know who dies. I mean, I've seen who.
Sauerman's death is completely removed from theatrical.
Really?
There's a whole interview with Christopher Lee saying, "I was watching the movie and I was surprised. I didn't realize I didn't die." The whole sequence is cut out.
Wow,
A weird
that's
cut.
kind of important.
That's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, those they were just okay. This is really off topic, but they were in AMC recently, and I couldn't go because again, I am getting struck with everything this year. So it was COVID at the time, I think, and it was the extended versions, and I really wanted to go, but I'm like, I cannot sit for 3.5 hours in a theater right now.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
rough.
It's not going to happen. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do it again next year. I don't know, but
For sure. Yeah, those are
It'd
good,
be nice.
good fun. But that's all been.
I
streamed.
own them though. I do own the
Of
DVDs
course.
because my son and I used to watch them every Thanksgiving.
Those are good
yeah.
times.
Yeah. Nina, what have you been streaming?
So my mom and I have been on a figure skating detox because there's no more Olympics to watch, and I got so attached to those figure skaters. So we were looking because we already watched the Finding Her Edge on Netflix, and it was so terrible, and it's already getting a season 2, which is just unbelievable because this thing is terrible. Everyone is just awful. So we're going through the skating shows. She didn't want to watch any. Okay, so I come across this masterpiece. It's called 10 Dance, and it's a Japanese film, and it's essentially Dancing with the Stars meets Heated Rivalry.
Wow.
And it is so awful. I have to tell you about this one part. People think so highly of this show, and it's so bad, it's so good. Like, it's 2 hours of just like what is happening. And so there's one scene where they're talking about this one of the guys ex-partners, because it's a gay love story essentially between these two guys, and one knows 5 dances, the other one knows the other 5, so then they come together to learn the 10 dance. And one of his old partners has PTSD, and he took advantage of that. Well, do you know how she has PTSD? And it's so difficult to say this without reenacting it, but at a ballroom competition, she backed into someone. They fell in slow motion and went, "Ow, my ankle." She has PTSD to the point of amnesia from that moment. Absolutely bonkers. I was thoroughly entertained the entire time. I immediately was like, everyone needs to watch. I need to know if Ezra Sosa, who is like he's like the go-to young gay guy on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, I need to know if he has watched this, because this, I fear, would become his entire personality, because it's just like so ridiculous. So yeah, if you're looking for something so bad it's good, after the heated rivalry, as we wait for season 2, that's on Netflix, and I'd check it out.
I have to ask, have you seen The Cutting Edge, the original?
No, that's what I was gonna watch, and then my mom was like, "No, I don't want to watch that." So I was like, "Okay," but I'm gonna watch it on my own time.
Okay, if you don't, I got the DVD. I'm coming over.
Okay.
Toe Pick. Like, have you seen The Cutting Edge?
No.
Oh, 80s movie. D.B. Sweeney. Moira.
Oh, they made a TV series of it too.
Yeah.
I
this
was
is-
thinking of the TV
No,
series.
just the first movie's the best.
Okay, no, the first movie, it was not on the Netflix selection, so I fear I did not even see that. But
I have it.
okay, great. I
I'm
will
your
take
friend.
you up
And
on
I love that movie so much. Like, again, I know not streaming, but I purchased it because I love it so much, and I've watched it so many times.
Amazing. Chris, what have you been streaming?
Oh, me? Thank you for asking. So I have been watching The Night Agent on Netflix.
Oh,
It's the 3rd season, and this is so bad. I am so happy that the main character, it doesn't have any romance happening this season. So
Fair.
The Night Agent is about this guy who has a conflicted past. Of course, they always do. And he gets low-level FBI gig, and then through some, heroic acts and meeting a chick, he, moves himself up in the FBI. And then season 2 is him with the female. I don't want to degrade women. Sorry, I'll stop calling her a chick. And it's kind of like the character was very one-dimensional. I liked her. I like them together, but very one-dimensional. So I didn't know how this season was going to go, but he has no romance this season, and I think it's
Love to see
the
it.
best. Now, mind you, a one of the cast, the other of the ensemble of the cast, has a romance going, and it's not going great, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that romance, and
All right.
you know, it's not the main plot of like, because so many times, and it's not the woman's actress's fault, but people don't know how to write for women because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, the man's the hero, so she has to be the one that we have to create conflict, so she has to hold him back somehow, so she's gonna be whiny.
Yeah, and she's actually going to be like terrible, but
Right.
Yeah.
Versus like being the one who's like, dude, go, I got this, you know.
yeah, exactly. Could not agree more.
So, but I'm enjoying it. So, and it looks like it might be renewed for season 4, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome. What's that streaming on?
Netflix.
Nice.
Yes, The Night Agent.
Awesome.
Have you been streaming anything else,
I have.
or is it that time?
It is that time.
You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. You are listening to Streaming Verse with Nina, Boardmaster Caroline, our guest Matt, and Chris. That's me. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. We got a couple PSAs for you before we get back to the show.
For those in search of knowledge, come to the Harper College Library, located in Building F, floors 2 and 3. You'll have access to computers, printers, and all the books you can imagine. The library also houses a collection of over 20,000 movies and albums. Plus, check out their vinyl for classic records and new favorites. The library is a great place to study, research, or just relax. For more information, visit harpercollege.edu/library. Pass it on.
It's your turn to read in class now.
Popcorn reading. Ew.
Is that what this is called? I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense. Student Engagement sponsors free and confidential immigration legal assistance on English, Spanish, Korean, and Polish. That should have been in, not on. That was my mistake, not the writers here. In-person meetings are held in Student Engagement, Building A, 3rd floor, room A336, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on most Thursdays. For a full schedule or to make an appointment, visit harpercollege.edu/undocumented. And now, as always, keep it tuned to WHCM.
There we go. There we go. We're back.
Did you have something else that you've been streaming you wanted to share?
You know, I do, because I feel like it is like a full circle moment for me these past couple weeks. There is a figure skating gala at the Olympics, and I didn't know that that was ever a thing, but it was the most amazing thing ever. They had the teams come out and do a skate together, and then they had like the guy who won for the men's, the guy who won gold for men's. He came out dressed as a Kung Fu Panda and did a routine to Kung Fu Panda, and he like went to go do an axle, and he was like, nope. And then the commentators are like, yep, Panda can't do that. Panda can't. So adorable.
Alina Malinin, right? Was that him?
Ilya Malinin.
I can't remember. What's that? This is a Adele Dazeem moment.
It is. I literally thought the same thing. I'm like,
Medina Hadina, the man himself.
The quad god.
Yeah,
that was not him.
Pronounced, yeah.
Yeah, he did not win gold.
I thought he. No, really?
Oh, you gotta.
I watched him quite literally flop.
Yeah.
That was hard to watch.
It was very difficult to watch.
Yeah.
That was what should have been his gold medal
But
performance.
it was a gold for Alyssa Liu.
It was for
That
Alyssa
was awesome
Liu.
to watch. That was really fun to watch.
So fun to watch. So she did a skate, and everyone's skates were just like them having so much fun. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
and it wasn't with the pressure of like, oh, I have to land this jump, whatever. And Amber Glenn's was amazing. She knows exactly what she is doing to the queer community of this country, and every country, let's be honest. She did this like really cool slide thing that I've never seen ever, but it was, can't even describe it. It was awesome. And then, you know, like all the 3 teams that won the team events, everyone who placed, they all like came out and performed together, and it was so cute. And then everyone came out at the end and like did something together, and then they all like bowed, and it was so sweet. I was sobbing on the couch. Literally, like, I'm not being like, oh my God, yeah, I was sobbing. Like,
not
no.
figuratively, no.
Yeah, no, my mom looked over and was like, oh boy. So yeah, that's on Peacock.
Nice.
If you watch it 2 days after it happened, which is already, there's no ads, which is so amazing. So
I did have one more thing that I've been streaming I wanted to talk about real quick.
yes.
So Paradise is finally back. I have no idea the original network this is on, but Paradise is a series that started last year, and it's on Hulu, so that's where I watch it.
Yes.
And it just came back for season 2, which we've been waiting for forever, because I think originally it was supposed to come back in like December, then it was January, and then it was the end of February. And they released the first 3 episodes right away, and the 4th episode will be released March 1st, I think, on normal network TV, so we don't care.
Nah.
But March 2nd, you can watch it on Hulu, and it's so good. If you haven't seen it, Matt, have you heard of Paradise?
No.
So Paradise is basically one of those apocalyptic, it's the end of the world. So the United States government builds what's that? What am I thinking? A community.
Oh.
But, you know, under the mountains in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, and it's elaborate.
Yeah.
And so all these people are living under there. Things happen, mayhem, whatnot. And then, you know, then there's season 2. And I'm not going to give any more away because it unfolding is the best part of it. Going, whoa, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
But it's really good.
Yeah, even with the last show, that's the thing I like about this show, Streamingverse in particular, is because you guys actually watch all of the things out there. I have no idea what this is, and I have no idea what the last thing is, and I had no idea what you were talking about. I think that's fascinating, because now I have a list of things to try out.
There you go.
There's so much out there right now.
There is.
That's why it's good having diverse hosts, too, because we watch different things.
Yeah, we do.
I have one small thing also I've been streaming.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
It is not a television show. It is not a movie. It is magazines.
Okay.
I found out through my local library, there's an app called Libby, which do you use this?
Matt, of course we
Okay.
use this.
We are
It's
so
new to
Libby.
me.
We based shows on Libby.
Guys.
It's new to me. Okay.
I know. No, that's good. We're glad you've joined us.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean,
But
welcome.
Yeah, I don't know if there are people who are like me and did not know, you can just go to your library, get this code, and then you get magazines for free. National Geographic. What else do I have? The New Yorker. I canceled my New Yorker subscription, and now I have it here.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
saving money.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is. Yeah. Libby is amazing. Do you have access to Hoopla too?
I have Hoopla.
Yep. What about Canopy?
I don't forget. I know of Canopy. I've used it in the past. But
Yeah.
I don't have. I probably have an account somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the void somewhere, for
Lost
sure.
To time. Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
the more libraries you have access to. So if you, like for school, if you have like your hometown and then you move and you have another library or your school library, you have multiple accesses to Libby, which means you have more access to more things at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lesser
Yeah.
wait times.
Lesser wait times.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got my haircut today. There's no more magazines in the waiting rooms.
Really?
I took
yeah.
my phone and read some National Geographic.
There you go.
It was a good time.
Yeah, Libby's the best.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Libby. A cheers
Shout
to
out
Libby.
Libby. For real, I love Libby. Well, are we gonna jump into our topic?
I think yes. I think
All
we should
right.
dive into our topic.
Let's do it.
So Matt is on today to talk about SAG-AFTRA and watching the screeners. So I got a little bit of background to dive into this because, of course, we have questions. Our first question was, wait a minute. Moto Matt's and SAG-AFTRA? What happened?
Yeah, so I after Harper, I got this internship at a radio station called WCPT. It's on Milwaukee Avenue in Jefferson Park area. It's it's a very, I love working there, and so I got this job as an internship. Later on, they hired me as a technical producer. So I'm on a fill-in basis. I go in there on various days. People are kind of sick or they take a week off or whatever, and I help produce shows with that station. In conjunction with that, they also got me into the union, into SAG-AFTRA.
Awesome. That's so cool.
It's
That's
been
amazing.
Yeah, so we're actually one of the few stations that offers that to people who are as new as me to this workplace. So I'm really grateful. I feel very lucky, and I feel very grateful to have this opportunity, especially with this station. I love working with it. The Heartland Signal is the overseers that run this place. But yeah, so. And that was one of the big things they said. Oh, you can be a screener once, February and March come around. So stay tuned for that, and I stayed tuned. And I've watched nearly all the films that are nominated this year.
Very cool. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of, I don't know how much you went into background. I did deep background.
Go for it.
Okay, so for anyone who's confused, this is the first year that it's called SAG-AFTRA. So SAG is Screen Actors Guild, and then it's, of course, I wrote this down somewhere, but now I have to find it. Screen Actors Guild, and it's the American. Why can't I see this anywhere?
Is it the American
I have
Federation
the note.
of Radio and Television
Yes.
Bingo.
So now it's
Union
both.
member.
Yeah, so it's the first year that it's both. And the way that the screeners work is, or the nominees for the AFTRA Awards, because they're not called the SAG Awards anymore,
That's
they're
right,
now
yeah.
the AFTRA Awards. And Kristen Bell is hosting on March 1st, that's Sunday, on Netflix. And there are 2,500 people are randomly picked from the union to be the people to vote who should be the nominees.
Oh, wow.
That's good. I'm sharing with you too. So, because they try to get a selection across all the different demographics and the different guilds and their inputs. So they figure that is a good selection to vote for who the nominees should be. Then once those 2,500 have selected, then everyone who has paid their dues by December 10th gets a screener. Now, they went 100% streaming for the screeners last year, but you can still request DVD copies if you want a DVD copy. Look at me and all my learning knowledge.
Got it.
And I found this interesting, but not only is it actors, people who've done background. If you've done background acting for 3 days, you can join SAG. And excuse me if I slip into saying SAG, because I've heard SAG so many years that saying SAG-AFTRA might be a bit much at times. But TikTokers can be in SAG-AFTRA. I don't know if you guys knew that. I was like, huh? So radio tends to be, if you're part of a union, is how you get into it, versus like I said, if you're been in because it makes me wonder if Keith Maurice ever joined SAG, because he probably could have.
Oh, wow.
Because he's done background work.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I mean, he's been on a bus. It was in a movie. I forget which one.
He's been on a bus.
Yeah, he's been on a bus in a movie. So the great Keith Maurice, he has been a DJ here for multiple years. I don't know if he's on air right now, but he did a lot of background work because, Chicago has so many things filmed there. Yeah, so those are the background that I found out about this. Can request, which I thought was interesting, because this is one of the things I'm going to share because I think it's interesting, is that they keep saying it's for environmental reasons that they went to no DVDs. And I'm like, or is it to save a ton of money?
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, it reminds me of, so this is when I was a kid, when I was a youngster, my parents would get these DVDs from a friend of a friend of a friend whose son worked at some I forget if it was a studio or if it was just a place where they pressed DVDs, and basically we got these bootleg DVDs of like blank discs of like Horton Hears a Who.
Oh yeah.
Just like and like movie. I don't know where these are now. And we later heard that guy. He then got in a lot of big trouble and was fired from his job. So that was my first thing that came to mind was people may be distributing these DVDs illegally.
Right.
And that's the big thing with this is like you cannot share your password. You cannot make any illegal copies of anything that you screen here. And so. This is my first year, so I'm not messing around.
Right.
Yeah, no.
It's like your girlfriend, nope, you can't watch this. They said no.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's been really fun though, watching all these movies.
That's awesome.
It feels this is the first time I feel like it's like a responsibility on my part to like really dig deep and try to watch everything. There are 2 films I haven't watched that were offered up. That's about it. We'll get into that later.
Okay. Before we go any further, though, you are listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. You're listening to Streaming Verse with Nina, Boardmaster Caroline, our guest Matt, and Chris. The thoughts and ideas presented on our show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, and its Board of Trustees. Woo! Sorry, I'm having an internal thought that I'm trying to suppress right now. I did want to ask you, do you know what a screener event is?
Oh, gosh. Okay, I could be wrong on this, but as I understand it, they're events for union members to watch the live event, like the live awards on Sunday. I think that's what they are. I could be wrong.
Okay. I don't know. It wasn't, I don't know if you looked into this, but I saw it when I was researching it, and this was around the pandemic, so someone said, yeah, there's no more live screener events. So I didn't know if there's multiple events leading up to the awards.
Actually, I changed my tune.
Okay.
I believe what that is just like, if you are, say like, by the way, this is awful for radio, but it's just something I like to throw around.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
SAG AFTRA card, if you want.
Nice.
Show it to the camera.
So they can steal all my...
It doesn't have anything on there, does it?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Better eyes than me. Let me give it to you. You look. It's dark. I'm wearing glasses. I can't see anything.
And my address.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just going to cover the QR.
Nice.
There you go. Nice.
Evidence.
Yay.
I'm not...
no, that is so cool.
He's not lying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's... I believe what those are... if the screener events are like displaying the movies to an audience, so
okay.
But like you have to be a union member,
Right. That's so cool.
paid their dues by December 10th or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's how I got into the Wicked thing. But I wasn't a member. My professor was a member, and you can bring a certain number of guests. And so he was. We actually were on our knees begging him. And he brought us, and Cynthia and Ariana and the DP, and everyone was there, the John Chu, and they talked afterwards, and that was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not to flex on y'all, but
It's pretty cool.
it's really cool.
So apparently, Karina used to be
Yes.
SAG. She goes, plastic art, there used to be paper, which makes sense. Back in the day, she was a member of SAG, AFTRA, and AGVA. It was very difficult back then to get in.
I'd say it's still pretty difficult to get in, just because getting gigs that are, especially in radio, I've never even heard of what stations offer it and what don't. I'd like to learn more about that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And this is one of the only stations that I know of that offers it. Because I think it's hard to say which stations are doing what. But I know from my other radio jobs that I've not been offered a union. Union is not talked about, but union was talked about when I started at the station I'm currently at.
Is that why you took the job?
I don't know if they mentioned it. I think they mentioned it like a month or two into it. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
nice.
cool,
Yeah.
Nice.
I have to say I'm envious, and I was when I was researching the show, I'm like, how do I get into this? Because this would just be cool to be part of this group and go, I got my screener, sorry, I can't go out.
Yeah.
I have to watch a screener so I can vote. And voting ends tomorrow at noon PT.
Yeah.
Have you got your votes in? I'm not going to ask you what they are, but
Yeah.
I still have to finish Marty Supreme.
All right. Did you have any questions before we let him Like, because I feel like I've monopolized
God.
everything, so I apologize, but I was so proud of my research.
No, you
That's a
killed
lot,
it.
yeah.
Mine are more just like, what? Okay. For like the awards and stuff. Okay, so I know you still have to pay regardless if you're invited or not, like to go to these awards. And I hear it's atrocious just based on places I've interned with. They're like, yeah, we're paying thousands of dollars to sit in the back. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait till I'm nominated then. Do you get these invitations or how does that work? Do you?
I haven't received any invitation to be at these awards. Also, because it's in Los Angeles, I've talked to people at the station who have, been in the union for a long time, and they've said that in previous years, there's like I mentioned earlier, like events to go watch the awards live, like with a group of people on like a TV or on.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know where they do that, or if I think COVID was one of those, ending moments for events like that. But yeah, I have not been invited. I've not gotten my invitation from Kristen Bell. So it's rough.
Yeah, you're not presenting.
Rough world out there. Yeah.
That's too bad. All right, well. Oh, yeah, for the screeners also, this is just like a technical question. Because I know sometimes they're individually sent out in different unions. They'll like individually send out each film and be like, it'll be from that marketing team, like for your consideration. But is this on a portal or does every movie send you a different link?
So most of all the movies are on a portal, and basically so for me, it's all the movies that are in the various categories that are nominated.
Okay.
And I immediately made a list of things I hadn't seen already, so I could start watching them. And you get 20 views
Per
Wow.
per movie?
per movie.
Oh wow.
So that being said, like say if I click it once, you're already you're one down.
So if you
Wow.
don't finish
You
it,
pause it.
Okay.
If you close the, it was not pause it. If you close the tab, every time you click on that play button, you lose a play. And that's just a way so you're not using it forever.
when you said
my
20,
God.
it seemed excessive until you mentioned that every time it's like, oh no, I could probably go through
Yeah.
10 in one viewing and only get halfway through something.
Right.
I mean, you can pause it and let it sit there for a while, what I mean?
Okay.
Like, and then nothing will happen. But if you close that window, it's
Gotcha.
have to reset.
Okay.
There
Interesting.
were a few other movies that were, I believe, available. Like Apple did its own thing. No, Apple did not do. F1 was available on that. Gosh, I feel like there was one that just they had like most of the TV shows were the ones that were like everyone had their own thing.
Okay.
Apple has its own streaming platform for all the TV shows.
Right.
Disney Plus had its own streaming platform for all the TV shows. And it's crazy because actually you're presented with the similar platform, but you have to log into like a SAG, like with a SAG login, and it's very like there's like a special presentation beforehand that says like do not distribute this.
Right.
Also, may contain images sensitive to photosensitive viewers.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And yeah, it's just it also does not save your progress, so it doesn't tell you which episode's next. It's weird little details like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they kind of put like minimal amount of effort. Just
Yeah.
like, here's your stuff.
Yeah.
Deal with on your own.
Yeah, figure it. So
Interesting.
does your ability to access it end then it would be 2:00 here tomorrow?
So here's the weird thing. It actually ends on March 15th. So I still have access to it.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Weapons is in there, and I've already seen Weapons in theaters, but
Yeah.
it'd be good to rewatch that.
Exactly. After you're done with the voting part, like, hey, I can watch Weapons again.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's really cool.
So what have you seen that you wouldn't have seen normally?
Oh, wow.
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
Okay. So I'm looking at stuff that I've seen through the SAG portal. First one I watched was Begonia,
Okay.
which I had no plans on seeing at all. And I don't know, I'm not a Yorgos Lanthimos type of guy. But this movie blew me away. It was really...
Really?
Really?
Have you guys seen it?
No.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list, but it's
my
also
list.
hard. for me to want to watch it for some reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Partially because of the topic of it, not
Yeah.
because of because I love Emma Stone.
I love
you
Emma
know,
Stone,
So
Yeah, I'll say this, and you kind of know the idea. I mean, the whole
Yeah,
premise.
the
being,
premise.
Jesse Plemons plays a guy who believes that Emma Stone is an alien.
Mm-hmm.
He's a conspiracy theorist, and so he abducts her with the intent of stopping her insidious alien invasion. That's the that's the setup, and his cousin helps out too. Yeah, she does shave her head. She has her head
Yes.
Yeah.
shaven on camera. It's not as disgusting as you think. I thought it was me. I thought it was gonna make my skin crawl.
Yeah.
There's one scene that was just extremely violent that made me jump and yell, and I got in trouble with the people in my house because of that. They got upset. But that was it. There was no real crazy torture scene like I expected.
Okay. Good.
Oh, good.
That's what you expect.
Yeah.
Right.
One,
Yeah.
Okay. Can I say they do? There's a torture scene.
Okay. You have to say spoilers first.
Spoiler alert. There is a torture scene. Spoiler alert. You don't want to be spoiled with this movie. It's not even the craziest spoiler of
Yeah.
all. But he believes that once he finishes the torture process, he electrocutes her. And he says that, his results came through on his electrocution, his dashboard on his computer, and he finds out that she's actually royalty of aliens. So he's like, I'm sorry, my queen. I did not realize that. So then he starts to treat her better throughout the whole movie.
That's
What?
Yeah.
So I do have a question, and it's only going to matter to people who know Jesse Plemons and saw Civil War. Did you see Civil War?
I haven't. No, but I know of it. Yeah.
He is so evil in Civil War.
Yeah.
So evil. Well, if you haven't seen it, you might not know. But is he as evil, or is he just more bumbling evil? Is that a thing? Bumbling
Yeah,
evil?
what kind of evil?
Because I don't know. You haven't seen Civil War, right,
No.
Nina? It made me fear for his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, he dialed it in.
His character Teddy is. It's sad because I kind of know some guys like him.
Oh,
who are
God.
guys who are not as exaggerated as he
Yeah.
is and as far gone as he is. But guys who are pretty intelligent, pretty smart guys, but have this almost unnaturally distrust for news and
Yeah.
science. He has all these facts lined up, but the facts don't always okay, people will question him on it, and
Yeah.
he just refuses to acknowledge that he's wrong in any way.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I know some people like that.
Yeah, so he's not, I wouldn't say he's evil, but he's very misguided. And
Okay.
again, I don't want to spoil the
That's
the
better
ending.
than because he scared me, and I like him as an actor, but ooh, he was so scary.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
All
I
right.
definitely want to check that one out.
What else have you seen that?
Well, this one did get under my skin. If I had legs, I'd kick you.
Oh, I've heard some crazy things about that.
Yeah,
It's nuts. You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know the premise, and the more I hear about it, the more I actually do want to see it. But I know it's going to be hard. I heard it's one of those things
Yeah.
that sticks with you.
Yeah, so Rose Byrne, my cousin, not my.
Oh, I was like, actually.
People take that. That's like this thing with David Byrne or Jane Byrne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw that out there.
That's
But,
me with Allison Stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cousin,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
But no, she's great in this. Also, kind of she's kind of again this kind of a running theme for a lot of these movies is characters who are not great human beings and making very bad choices.
Yeah.
She's not a bad person, and she's not even a bad mom in this movie. But she does not handle stress very well, and that shows. Basically, the premise being that her daughter is diagnosed or living with some sort of illness that we're not really sure of, and her job as a therapist is kind of making her aware of how she's not taking care of herself. She's not taking very care of her daughter. Conan O'Brien stars in it as another therapist.
What?
I've heard he's amazing.
He's pretty
I
good,
didn't
yeah.
know he was in that.
That you don't know it's him. You're like, he's gonna make me laugh. Nope.
No.
and she has her husband, who I believe is played by what is his? He's a Christian Slater. Christian Slater plays her husband.
Oh, I
He's
didn't realize
kind
he was in it.
Who's like a pilot of some sort, and so he's kind of absent. And just whenever they talk on the phone, it's just arguments and horrible discussions. And so everyone's yelling at her. She's yelling at everyone. It's very stressful. It's about the horrors of motherhood, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to use all your 20 times for that one?
No, I got through that
it?
one actually. I think in one or two days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, on top of it, a giant, huge, like hole has appeared in her ceiling. Just water just gushes down, and so she has to move out of her apartment with her daughter. That's kind of that's the first 5-10 minutes. So
Yeah.
yeah, worth watching.
All right.
All right.
Anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, I'll make it snappier. Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke.
I want to see that. I really
Again,
do.
I have not seen this.
Yeah,
What?
I haven't
Loved
seen
it. Loved it.
Yeah?
It's about Lorenzo Hart, who was one of the writers who wrote the song Blue Moon, along like a bunch of other famous songs as well, that are like standards. And it's him on the opening night of Oklahoma, in which his old writing partner, Richard Rogers,
Yep.
of Rogers and Hammerstein, just wrote this amazing play, and Lorenz Hart is this drunk, sexually frustrated, middle-aged man who is just seething with rage. It feels like a play. I mean, it's very it's one set.
And he's short.
He's very short.
Very
and
short.
Ethan Hawke is so transformative in this role. I didn't even recognize him. He's got this comb over haircut. He's like short. He's got this very high pitched voice, and it's awesome. It runs like 10 minutes over time than I think it should. But
And I'm pretty sure that sexual frustration because he's a gay man who's living in the closet because of the time.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
in the movie, he talks about being attracted to both men and women.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's one part of it is that he has his eye on this very young woman who's played by Margaret Qualley, who we may find out maybe feels the same way about it, maybe doesn't. It's kind of up in the air.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Worth watching. And by the way, all these films were really I was blown away by all these films being just amazing to watch, and there was no bad vibes. They were all just fun to watch.
All right.
One battle after another.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, Chase Infinity.
Yep.
Which is crazy because I found out only recently that Chase Infinity was in my graduating class at Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
When we were both in the theater department, I don't think our paths ever crossed.
You can just say that. It's fine.
I knew Chase personally.
Yeah, my
Chase
close
was
personal
buddy.
friend.
Yeah, we always
Chase
used to hang out. We were roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But no, I don't even think they look familiar to me. But no, that was an awesome performance. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's great. But
he's amazing.
Yeah.
That whole movie, I was looking at him because I always think of Leonardo DiCaprio as the 40-something-year-old man who only dates you until you're 25 and then he has to get a new model, and literally in both sense of the word. Both sense of the word.
Yeah.
But watching him, I'm like, I can see how he does it because his acting and his acting with his eyes, it's like you believe his sincerity. It's like, okay, I get this.
Thought you were saying I believe how he gets all these women, and I'm like.
That's what I thought it was saying too.
I was like, wait, no, I don't think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I can see how he charms them type thing because of his eyes. He can just turn it on, and I'm sure he turns it on to get the 20.
Yeah.
I am Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hey,
let's go.
I will say I thought it was they had some really funny moments.
Yeah.
The fact that he's when he's this aging stoner, totally revolutionary who can't remember any of the codes. To get
amazing.
So good.
All the cool passcodes that are from Gil Scott's Heron songs. No, it was just a fun. And who was I was really impressed by who's so evil is Sean Penn.
Oh.
It was an amazing performance. It was such a visceral thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
His tight shirt.
Just seeing him at the
cool.
awards have like given me like the heebie-jeebies, and because he was good, not because of him
Right.
personally, but because of that role. It's like, can we get a new haircut now? Because
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't take this anymore.
That haircut, it's
Yeah.
And the mannerisms.
it's the fascist.
That's why he was so good
Exactly.
at Spicoli.
Yeah.
Like, let's admit
Exactly.
this.
Yeah.
Spicoli, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, people. Cameron Crowe, come on.
Sorry.
I know. It's a very good movie if you ever want to go into the Wayback Machine. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, written by Cameron Crowe. I think it was directed by Nancy Coleridge. I think that's who it was.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Sean Penn was in it. Phoebe Cates. I can't. That's all I got off the top of my head. Judge Reinhardt. People, you guys are like, I have no idea what
Yeah,
you're
of
talking about.
course.
Phoebe Cates, Gremlins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
But no, I just thought he was really impressive in this movie. They all were. Especially, I was really impressed with Chase Infinity. Everyone was
Yeah.
just great in this. There was no dull moments
True.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
The last one that I watched just last night, I did not expect to like this movie as much. I would say I love this movie. You were talking about films I would not have expected to
Yeah.
see. Hamnet.
I need to watch that.
I want to see it. We
Jeez.
tried to go see it in the theater, and then
Really?
we both said no. Like, I couldn't make the time, and then it was
Yeah.
gone. I'm
the
hoping it
next day.
comes back. Yeah, it was like the next day it was gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it comes back in the theaters or streams soon based on the awards. But you like that one a lot?
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's basically a telling of Shakespeare meeting his wife. They who I've always known as Anne Hathaway. They call her Agnes. And I've looked up, apparently there was 2 different versions of her name. I guess
Oh.
in the same way there's Hamnet and Hamlet.
Yeah, Shakespeare was always creative with the writing, so he just, you know.
So it's a telling of them falling in love and having children, and it's not even a spoiler really. But
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The loss.
the loss of their son Hamnet. It's a beautiful film. Oh my gosh! Like, I was not prepared for these performances. Jessie Buckley is. I mean, it's like when I watch a movie or just any like performance, and people are just giving every inch of their body and soul. There's a scene where she gives birth to twins, and it's like so intense. And that's not even like the most intense scene in the whole movie. There's
Right.
way more intense scenes of her
Jeez.
just everyone screaming and yelling. It's brutal and it's beautiful, and it's and none of it felt over the top or forced. Not Pedro Pascal, but Paul Mescal. Is it Paul Mescal?
I think
Yeah, I think that's it. I think
there
that's
is a
his-
man.
He
Yeah.
was-
Yeah.
There's a man who
I
played
think
William
that's his-
Shakespeare. Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
I was not very like he was in the Gladiator film. I believe he was in some other stuff as well.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but he was in Gladiators. Yeah.
He was amazing in this. He plays William Shakespeare, and
It's crazy.
he does a very good job, and he actually does a good job of looking. I mean, I say he does. The makeup team,
Yeah.
Do a really good job. The costume department do a good job of making him look as much like Shakespeare as they can.
Wow.
Awesome.
Which, by the way, another thing I looked up, that famous portrait of Shakespeare is only supposedly what we think could be a portrait of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's actually not labeled to be Shakespeare. Did you know that? I never.
Yeah.
Knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
it's
like we don't know what Shakespeare looks like.
Man of
Yeah.
mystery.
that could just be a
Theoretically.
random guy. It's not
Yeah.
labeled Shakespeare.
Right.
People
It's like we
deduced.
think he looked like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's cool. So basically, we could have Shakespeare come back in some type of time traveling thing and be a woman. I'm just saying.
He could look,
Yeah.
he could look like the dude from Big Lebowski, for all we know.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. Always, it goes by fast when,
Yeah.
when you're on the show. Before we do all our closings, I do have my positive thought. I don't know if you had one. I was just reading Reddit, as I love to do, and I saw this and thought I would share it. Never look into someone else's bowl unless it's to make sure they have enough to eat.
That's amazing.
So that's the thought for the week.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening to Streamingverse. Nina, you're the best co-host ever.
No, you, Chris.
Yeah. Boardmaster Caroline, Matt, thank you so much for being on the show today. We really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
guys.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
You can listen to episodes of Streamingverse here on WHCM at 7 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays. You can find our shows online on YouTube at the Harper Radio channel. You can also find them
On the Streamingverse channel, make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, Letterboxd, TV Time, TikTok, and a million other places at streaming_verse. Make sure you are tuned in.
Thanks so much for listening. Keep it tuned to WHCM.
Have a good dinner.